So the big talking point coming into this weekend, Brian, was about Jose Mourinho and Manchester United. There were reports on Friday night he was going to get fired this weekend no matter what happened against Newcastle. They go 2-0 down inside quarter of an hour, and it looks certain his reign is coming to an end. And then we have a traditional United, Old Trafford, Alex Ferguson style fight back, and they win 3-2. Where do you see this going over the international break for Mourinho?
Well, it's been a very bad week for him up until the second half yesterday. Obviously losing against West Ham so badly last week. The draw with Valencia wasn't very good, created very few chances, didn't play very well, and it looked like doom and gloom, and predictions were that he was on the way out. I didn't know how much truth there was to that. I think he'll be relieved, obviously, that they won the game. Can it be the catalyst for a very good season? It's hard to know. I mean, they've already lost 3 league games, beaten by West Ham, as I said, beaten by Brighton, which a bad defeat for them by any terms. So you would hope that things might settle down for them. He is in bad humour. He's not a happy man.
He says he's the victim of a witch hunt.
I think it was manhunt was the actual word he used yesterday. And
is that worse?
I think a manhunt is worse, because if you're the man in question, then it's not very nice. But I think, he's suffering with the type of football that we might see today with these Manchester City and Liverpool, the type of football that these two teams have been playing, by their approach. He's suffering in comparison to that. He's been a serial winner when he's been at all the various clubs he's been at previously, at Chelsea and at Porto and Inter Milan and Real Madrid. He's done a bit of it at Manchester United, but what United supporters want to see is them challenging for the title. They're not going to challenge for it again this season, so he is under pressure. I think the win yesterday certainly relieved that pressure, and he's going to fight to live another. He fights to live another day for sure. But
you're just not sure how many of those days there's going to be.
No, like everybody else, you wonder how much was in it that people were saying that yesterday was going to be his last day if they lost the match. How much truth there is in that, we don't really know. But it does seem a club at the moment that is not in good shape. The supporters there's a lot of unrest there. They're not happy with the football they're seeing, but they're also unhappy with the behind the scenes scene. And Ed Woodward is under severe pressure. The board are under pressure, but the answer is probably not to sack Mourinho at the moment. But the other problem they have then is he's not going to change the style of football, and the players he has, he's not been getting the best out of them, that's for sure. When you have players like Martial and Rashford and Pogba and Lukaku and Mata, good quality footballers, technical footballers, and they're not producing the goods, you have to look at the manager then and say he's not getting the best out of them. Is he going to ever get the best out of them? At this stage it looks unlikely.